If you're thinking about selling your home, you need to check your emotions at the door. I'm Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty Group, and today we're going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes that I see sellers make when it comes to the sale of their home, and that is getting emotional. I have seen a couple different paths, and I want to talk about both of these paths when it comes to emotion. Number one is sellers leaving money on the table. So if you own a home, you're thinking about selling your home. I've seen this happen. I've been on both ends of this. I've been representing a client who's selling their home, and I've represented clients buying a home, where I've seen emotions come into play where sellers leave a lot of money on the table. There's something that a lot of agents will do when they're representing a buyer, and they'll have their buyer write a little letter. We often refer to these as love letters. And it's a letter, buyer writes, it tells their whole story. Hey, we're the Whissel family. These are our beautiful daughters, and right, these are our pet pigs. Yeah, I have pet pigs. I'm one of them, different like that if you didn't know. We love your home. We want to raise our kids here. You know, I went to school down the street growing up, and I want my kids to go to the same school, right? Like, they're gonna tell you their story about why they love the home and why you should choose their offer. You're never going to talk to these people. Who cares who lives in the damn home? I have seen sellers leave tens of thousands of dollars on the table because they build an emotional connection with the buyer. Who cares? You will never talk. And if you're here in California, you might be leaving the state. You're gone. Who cares who moves into the home, right? Our job is to help remove that emotion from the equation. You don't want to make an emotional decision because you make a connection with somebody. That's a lot of money. 5 years down the road, you're not gonna even remember any of the names. You're not even gonna remember who bought the home. You're gonna remember nothing about them. But you're gonna have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 less in the bank account that you could have had if you didn't make that emotional decision. So when you're working with your agent, if it's us or any other agent out there, if they say, hey, the buyers wrote these letters, if you're working with me, I'm gonna discourage you from looking at the letters until you select an offer. I want you to pick the offer that is the highest and best price first, because everybody's got a story. Let's pick the highest and best offer first, and then I'll share the story with you. But I don't want you to make a decision based on the story. So that's option one. Option two is taking things personally. Today, let's just be honest, everybody's got cameras around their property. Cameras inside the property, outside the property, doorbells, floodlights, all this stuff. I'm amazed at how often sellers are eavesdropping on the conversations. And you might hear something that you don't want to hear. You might hear somebody say something negative about you, about your house, about how you care for your house, the decisions that you made designing the house. Who cares? If they have the highest and best offer, I don't give a damn what they think about the house. On my last house I sold, my wife was tempted to make an emotional decision because she heard of a bunch of remodeling that they wanted to do to the house. Who cares? I don't care what they're gonna do with the house. Give me my money and do whatever the hell you want. It's your house now. If you wanna tear it apart and do crazy things, then do crazy things. That's cool. I got my money. Maybe you heard him say something, well, I don't want to work with them. They said that we have an ugly kitchen. Who cares? If they're willing to pay the highest and best price, take the damn money. Don't let something that they said, something they did, cause you to make an emotional decision, because again, 5 years from now, you're not even going to remember it. There's so many times in life we've gotten upset about things or gotten bothered by things, and we've had these emotional reactions. You can do that in other things in your life, but not with the sale of your home when you've got tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. Check the emotions at the door and make the decision that's best for you and your family's future, which is ultimately taking the highest and best offer. So if you're thinking about selling your home, you want to work with an agent that's going to help remove some of that emotion, keep the eyes on the prize, which is getting you the highest and best offer. Give us a call at the number below. We'll set up a strategy session with you. We'll talk you through everything that we're going to do to get you that highest and best price. I'm Kyle Whissel with Whissel Realty Group.